our beginner card to a whole nother level, the stepped up level. Follow along and watch the magic happen. My card will be easy and Maudie's will be a wrap. Hi, I'm Georgia from Creative Moments by G. Welcome to our new series, It's a Snap, It's a Wrap. I'll be doing this with Maudie, my sister. We've been crafting for such a long time together and we have so much fun. So let's head down to the crafting table and watch us craft. We are going to be making a card using Art in Bloom. I think you're really going to like it. We're going to make it along side by side and then Maudie's going to take it on home and make it a wrap. So Maudie, let's go ahead and cut our card. Go ahead and get your trimmer.
Okay.
We're going to go ahead and put our base card. Now remember, our base card is 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. We're going to put it on the short side of the card and we're going to put it at 2 3/4 because we're creating a flap. Now you need to go ahead and dock your cutting blade right up at the top. Go ahead and hold it down with the positioning guide and cut it right to the center of your card, right where the score line is. Okay, lift it up. We're going to turn it long ways, and now we are simply cutting on the score line, which is 4 1/4. So take it to 4 1/4. Make sure your cutting blade is at the top, and cut down to where you cut before. And go ahead and just pull that out. And now we have our flap, and now we can start decorating. So we're going to put our trimmer to the side. And the next thing we want to do is decorate this flap. We both picked out DSP to put on our flap. So let's go ahead and lay down our DSP. Now remember, when you are cutting your DSP, if you have directional paper, you need to make sure that you pay attention to that paper so it's laid the right way. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we have our white piece of paper that we're going to lay on the inside. But because mine's an easy card, I need to go ahead and stamp my flowers before I lay it down. However, Maudie is going to take this time to go ahead and stamp her flowers that she's going to need to put as an enhancement on the top of her card. I'm going to use Poppy Parade and Flirty Flamingo.
Beautiful.
Oh, wow. Hey, Maudie, hold that up to the screen. That is so pretty. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stamp mine in a darker color. And I'm just going to bring mine up right here in the corners. So let's go ahead and just get my flowers going. And then I think I'll go ahead and do one right over here. And now I need to go ahead and bring in the leaves that I'm going to use. And for that, I'm going to be working with Garden Green and Granny Apple Green. So I'm going to stamp the darker leaf as an outline, and then I'm going to bring in the inside. And what's great about these stamps is that it's a two-step process.
I'm going to go ahead and put my inside card in.
Great. Okay, and while Maudie waits for me, I'm going to finish up my stamping of my leaf. Maudie already has her white paper laid down on the back part of the card. I'm going to go ahead and lay mine down. And look at our cards. Here you go. Here's my card. They look very similar, but I went ahead and I just stamped my flowers right on the back page. Now, Maudie's taking hers to the next level. Maudie, what are you going to do on the back part of your card?
On the back part of my card, I have cut a piece of paper, and it has such a beautiful deep cut that the flowers just pop off the paper. So beautiful.
Loving it.
That's going to be put right here with a little bit of a margin around it.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and do that because I don't have anything to put. Since mine is the snappy card.
And mine is the wrap.
That's right.
Jazz it up a little bit here. Okay, that should be, I have to put quite a bit of glue so that it will stick down with that deep embossing on it. So beautiful. Love that color.
Oh my goodness, I love that color combination. What is that color combination?
Is that Gorgeous Grape?
I think that's Gorgeous Grape and Calypso Coral.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And mine is Flirty Flamingo. And then of course this stripe. Loving it. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do to this card is we are actually going to put some circles. We have created this beautiful frame. We have framed some circles. We have used a 2 1/4, 2 1/2, and a 3-inch circle. We're going to add these two dimensionals and add this right here. But first, we're going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment on the white circle. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to use the Poppy Parade for mine.
And I have chosen my sentiment from Peaceful Moments. And it's the beautiful sentiment, thinking of you with all my heart.
Oh, I love that.
I think I will also use your ink here.
And I have picked my sentiment from Forever Grapevine.
There we go. Oh, how beautiful. I love that. Look at that font. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful.
Beautiful. Now, I'm going to just use dimensionals to put mine together, but Maudie, just for some added dimension, is going to go around the outside of her white circle because, you know, it kind of looks flat. I think it's still pretty for my card, but not for Maudie's. So I'm going to take that center circle and I'm just going to put 3 dimensionals on it. Now, if you were going to take it to the next level like Maudie and you were going to add something behind this circle, you would want to keep your dimensionals on the inside of the circle, right? Otherwise, whatever you put behind here would be hitting up against it and you wouldn't be able to tuck it under there. But I don't have anything to tuck under, so just going to put mine right there, center it and lay it down. I'm going to simply add my 3 dimensionals to the top. And I am done with mine.
Just a hint of color around there. Just barely a hint to frame it. And I will do the same with my dimensionals.
And now we are ready to add this to the front of our card. Now what you need to make sure and do when you add this to your card is you don't want the dimensionals up here on the top half because you just want it attached to this bottom flap. So really pay attention to where the half mark is on your circle frames. Turn it over and make sure that you just put your dimensionals right here on the bottom.
And I'm going to drop mine down just a little bit so that I don't cover up all that beautiful embossing.
And I'm just going to be mindful of where I place those dimensionals because I don't want it to go too high.
Make sure I put that.
And I'm centering it right in the center, right of that flap. And I have finished my card. So now Maudie's going to take it away and finish her card and it'll be a wrap. Take it away, Maudie.
Yes, I stamped these flowers a few minutes ago. And now I'm going to show you, I've already colored them. And what I did was I chose the 2 smaller ones and kept the other one. I'm going to place them right here on that. That looks so pretty, I think.
And Maudie, how'd you get those 2 flowers together?
Well, I just put a little dab of glue right there.
Oh, okay.
And before I knew about where to go because I need some room for my leaves.
Oh.
And I'm also going to place my leaves right here. I'll put a little dab of glue there and a small dab of glue right there. And then we'll have it.
Perfect. Now make sure you stay with us because we have another set of cards to show you that use this same process, but we use different DSP, and they're just as pretty.
So I need a little bit of glue right here.
So you're going to use glue instead of
yes.
dimensionals. Okay.
That's what
Good.
I'm going to use. Make sure it stays on there and doesn't pop off on me. Close. We need them tucked in just a little bit so they don't go over the card. The same with this one. There we go.
Now, what are you going to do about on the middle part of your card? You're going to stamp
I'm
something?
going to leave that there because I think that's not very much room to write anyway. And this part up here you will not be able to write on. So
Oh, okay.
I'm going to leave that just like that.
Fantastic. Well, here are the cards that we created. We love these cards. What do you think about these cards Maudie and I created? Fantastic. We love them. Remember we said we had another card. Here's another card that we made using the same process. It's a snap. Has just some stamped flowers. Now the difference here is I went ahead and used the 2 stamp process. This stamp set comes with that. It stamps the outline, but it also stamps the inside of the flower. On this one, I didn't do it to. Which one do you like better? I don't know. I kind of like the one that just has the outline, but I'm not sure. So here is my easy one, and Maudie's going to share her wrapped up version.
I did this card first, and they're very similar. Both of the cards are similar, but in different colors. And what I did was I put a DSP right here. It's all the same, more or less, as the others, but to make it a little more beautiful, I added some beautiful leaves here and some flowers, some die-cut flowers on there. And just stamped them. I don't know that we actually showed you that, but it's the same process that Georgia did on hers. She just stamped them instead of using the blends. And on this one, actually you can't see it very much, unfortunately, but right here we have the overlay. They have a beautiful little overlay for the leaves. Oh yeah, that's pretty. You can see the beautiful embossing and then the beautiful flowers. Oh, love that. And then inside you have plenty of room to write.
Well, thank you so much for watching. What'd you think? Did you love the It's a Snap card or It's a Wrap? Which one was your favorite? Let us know below in the comments. We hope that you enjoyed this video. We sure would love a thumbs up and share with your crafting friends. Help us grow our channel. Well, listen, Monty and I wish you a wonderful day. Go out and have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.